This here's Jim Bob.
This here's Clint.
And we are back with Thirsty D.
Part 2 of Campfire Stories with Thirsty D.
Yep.
What do we got now, Thirsty D?
I got another dirty D Bigfoot tale to tell.
Dirty D, JCDC style.
That's right.
Okay, I'm Dirty D. I'm going to be 59 years old, and this is a tale. This is actually, let me just come out and say, I myself have never had a personal Bigfoot encounter. I've never encountered anything, so all the tales I'm going to be telling you are secondhand tales.
Well, that's a good thing.
And that's a good thing, because I'll tell you what, believe me, if I had a first-hand encounter, I might not be here.
That's right.
we don't want that.
Yeah.
And just being in these woods alone, you know, they have me, these tales alone have me looking over my shoulder here.
I ain't gonna lie, it's creepy out here.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
damn
when it gets
creepy.
dark, it gets even creepier.
Now this is a tale that occurred to me when I was activated for Operation Desert Storm. I was a member of the Naval Reserve as part of the 4th FFSG, Delta Med Corps. And we were activated for Desert Storm. And we were sent to 29 Palms Marine Corps Base, which is in San Bernardino, California, which is in the northern part of the Mojave Desert. Now, the reason why we were sent there is they wanted to send us for desert training to prep us to go over to Saudi Arabia to push Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait. That was the main goal.
Jim Bob, there's some more on there.
So anyway, they shipped us on a plane, sent us out to 29 Palms. Now, what's interesting about this whole thing is the moment we got there, they were putting us into, they're looking for Bigfoot again.
They are. Oh, they're circling over.
What's interesting is the moment we got there, they were assigning us to rooms. And me and 3 other guys, we were the last people to get a room, and they were all full. Oh, shit.
We're going to put this the other way, but you know.
But the wind was blowing the other way.
Oh,
and Jim Bob's like, well, what if the wind changes? I'm like, it ain't going to change up here.
Well, it changed.
Well, I'm not always right. Let me admit that.
It's that plane.
It might be the plane. Keep thinking I hear shit behind me.
Fucking Bigfoot must be blowing smoke toward us.
It might
Holy
be.
shit.
Holy fuck.
What if we slide back?
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
Boom. Man, all right.
Okay, that's a little bit better there.
All right.
Yeah, that's a lot better, actually. Okay, now it's going up. Okay. And where was I? Okay, so we pulled into the 29 Palms Marine Corps base, and we were getting assigned our rooms. Now, this is I'm deviating a little, but this is an interesting story. And we were getting our room assignments. As soon as we got our room assignments, they were all full.
Yeah.
And there's only 4 of us left. And all of a sudden, they're like, we hear whispering behind the counter when they were giving the room assignments. I'm like, we don't have any more rooms left. Oh, we can't put them there. We can't put them there. Oh, we have to. We have no choice. There's no other place to put them. And then we're asking them, like, hey, is there something wrong? There's something wrong. And they're like, oh, no. So they gave us our room assignment. Here we find out they gave us a haunted room.
Oh, that's nice.
They gave us a haunted room that they refused to, they usually try to keep empty.
Yeah.
Because there's been 3 suicides in this room, and they can't keep Marines in there because they keep on seeing ghosts, tearing shit, seeing shit. Well, so they always keep this room empty.
Yeah.
That's about a dick move.
Well, anyway, I experienced and others have experienced shit there, but we'll save that story for another time.
Yeah. One where we're not outside.
Yeah, that's a ghost story. So as soon as I get there, I get put in a haunted room, but that's another story.
Damn.
Well, anyway, we get to 29 Palms, and they ship us out to what they call the Delta Corridor.
Yeah.
And the Delta Corridor is where they do desert training, and they're gassing us, hitting us with all kind of tear gas and shit, getting us ready to go over to push Saddam Hussein out of Iraq. So while we're at the Delta Corridor, the people that's training us are special ops teams. And, we're getting a good rapport with them and hanging out with them. And I'm not even sure what in the hell this is all, what the hell brings it up, but we start asking them because some of them have already had some kind of in Panama, they've already had some combat experience, and we're asking them, and then you had some Vietnam vets too. And we're asking them, what's some of the scariest shit you've been involved in? And we're expecting them, I was in combat this time and all that.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
Severed arms.
And the one guy basically starts talking about when they're basically assigned to go out and have to kill creatures that we know as Bigfoot.
Yeah.
The government sends them out to kill these creatures known as Bigfoot. And we're like, what the fuck? What?
So these are decorated soldiers
Yeah, special ops
talking
teams
about going out and killing big.
killing
Wow.
big feet. And I'm like, then we're like,
Sure, he wasn't pointing like.
well, that's what I thought. I go, we thought, well, this guy has to be messing with us and all
Yeah.
that shit. And they go, you know what? We'll tell you more about it, because these are all classified information. We'll tell you more about it, once the training's done. We'll meet you at the Oasis, which was like a club,
Yeah.
and we'll show you some of the evidence and video footage that I have from my personal collection and all that stuff.
Damn.
Well, anyway, so we met them at the Oasis, and they called, we were meeting in this one private, section of the place. And he began to tell me that every once in a while, you'll have a group of big feet that start attacking and killing humans and eating them.
Yeah.
And they'll start, and they don't give it, the government doesn't give a shit if they kill a bunch of nobodies. If they're killing a bunch of, and I hate to say this is going to sound kind of shitty, if they're killing a bunch of Indians on a reservation or a bunch of occasional hiker here or there or people
Yeah.
here, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. A hooker,
But
maybe.
yeah, they don't give a shit. Yeah, a bunch of nobodies, they don't give a shit. But if anybody of any importance or anything that happens too much that media scrutiny starts to come in,
Yeah.
they'll basically come in and shoot a couple or try to shoot a couple or shoot at them to put the fear of man back in them, to
Yeah.
drive them back in, to get them to stop.
So
Holy
Bigfoot
shit.
recognized man then.
Without a doubt.
So that we're not just other animals to them.
They know what man is, they know what weapons are, and they know all that.
We should have did this in the morning.
So you're telling me Bigfoots are everywhere? Just some of them get out of line every once in a while, and our army has to go in there and take them out.
Take them out. And they said the females are more likely to be man-eaters than the males.
Wow.
The males will kill you, they'll bust you up, but the females are more likely to actually eat you.
Especially when they have their little ones around.
That's not too hard to believe. I mean, look at our women.
And here's the that's what, you know what? I thought it, you said it.
That's what I do. I speak my mind. I gotta
But
let
here's the
people know.
interesting thing. They said there are 3 types of Bigfoot.
Wow.
They're not all the same. There are 3, the government's aware, the U.S. government is aware of 3 types of Bigfoot. You have on the Pacific North, on the western side of the United States, the Northwest, and up in Canada, they have the typical Roger Patterson, Bob Gimlin type of
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Like they're like about, they're about between 7 to 9 feet tall, and they're really thick, they're really wide, they're more like the ape, the head short, it sits squarely on them. They walk like that. On the Northeast, Ohio, Pennsylvania, the New England and all that, and then the half of the Northeast,
Yeah.
you have they're still about 7 to 9 feet tall, but they're thinner. They're all covered with hair, but they don't have hair. The hair stops around their face.
Yeah.
Their facial features are more human. Their whole face is not covered in hair. They have no hair on their face. Their teeth are like ours, where the Bigfoots on the Pacific Northwest, like the typical Bigfoot that you see, their teeth are flat like ours, but they have sharp canines.
Okay.
The Bigfoots on the Northeast, they don't have canines.
Okay, so they're not meat eaters as per
No,
se.
they all eat meat. They all eat meat. They all
I
eat
thought
meat.
if you had like the flatter teeth, you didn't eat meat.
No, they still eat meat.
Well, it's like white people, Chinese people, black people, like Norwegian people. Here's some.
I heard a footstep.
I heard something.
Well, back to what I was saying was, it's like all those, Bigfoots. It makes sense. They all have, different kinds.
Different
of Bigfoot.
kinds. And the other kind is the most vicious kind. They're the ones that are in the south. They're a little shorter, but they're wide. They have longer hair and they have more of a snout.
Yeah.
And they have more fangs and their hands are more claw-like.
Is that what they call skunk apes?
Yeah, skunk
Okay.
apes and such. And they're more the vicious, and they're definitely more likely to attack and eat you.
Yeah. Jeez.
So there's 3 types. And the government's also aware of what they call the dog man.
Wow.
They have supposedly they have genetic evidence of the dog man, which is human and canine DNA, which is unrelated completely to the Bigfoot.
Like a freaking werewolf.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
that's what I was thinking. But they're rare.
Yeah.
But they most definitely will kill. You're lucky to get away from that thing alive.
Well, then you'll turn into a damn werewolf.
What is that thing? I mean, we don't know, but that's what they say.
Holy
Now,
shit.
you see all these documentaries where they go in, like Finding Bigfoot, they're sitting there banging on trees, hooting and hollering, making calls and all that. They said that's all bullshit. Now, you know as well as I do, if you go into the woods, if you want to attract any type of wildlife, you want to remain silent.
That's true.
You asked any hunter how making a bunch of noise, how effective that is trying to catch a deer.
So by talking, Bigfoot's probably not going to kill us. Just say yes.
No.
Yes.
Not when there's three of us. Not when they're three. There's strength in numbers. They usually.
So they're not going to mess with us.
No, I don't think so. They'll usually pick up by yourself. Yeah. Plus, we got a fire here.
Feel a little better about that.
Well,
he said the other thing that's bullshit is like leaving fruit and all that stuff out here. They go, if you want to track and use bait, you want to use either deer, fish, and this is kind of surprising, loaves of bread.
wow, make them some fish sandwiches.
Because they like hot dogs.
They do like hot dogs.
They like bread.
We have determined they like hot dogs.
They like
Basically,
hot dogs?
everything we're doing in our Bigfoot investigation, we're wrong.
Well, except for the hot dogs.
Well, did you notice though? They don't like bananas.
No.
And they spit banana. They spit
Hated
your
them.
banana on.
Yep. You think they're
And
like
they don't like
monkeys.
bananas. They don't. You would think a primate likes bananas. They don't like bananas. I've been told
crazy.
that.
Maybe they're tired of being associated with bananas, and that's
True.
why they don't like them.
Okay. Anyway, the special ops began to tell me the story that occurred in Oregon. You had a family of Bigfoots that was basically going out and they were killing people and eating them.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole history of Bigfoot, this is basically their history. They were carnivores and they would kill and eat, particularly children.
Jeez.
They were meat eaters. They'd go, and the Native Americans, American Indians, they'd go and eat their children. You know, they'd go and they'd actually put them in sacks that they stole from the humans and put the children in their sacks and eat them. And it was the female Bigfoots that would do that.
So, but they leave the adults alone.
No, they'd eat them. If they can catch you alone, they'd do that.
Yeah, but the kids are weaker and you can.
Yeah, they're easier
Tackle
to
them.
catch.
Yeah, they were easier to catch, and it was predominantly the female Bigfoots that would do that. And Theodore Roosevelt, in his book The Wilderness Hunter, he was he told one of the first stories of a Bigfoot actually killing somebody.
I remember hearing about that. That's all I heard about. I didn't read it. 'Cause
Yeah, I can't remember it either.
It's a terrifying tale. If you've ever have you ever read that story?
A long time ago.
That was a creepy tale where it snuck up behind the guy and sunk its teeth into his neck, and
That's Theodore Roosevelt.
and then after it killed him, it was rolling around its body and doing a dance around his body. I mean, it was, and that's Theodore Roosevelt telling that tale.
Yeah.
now, would that be some kind of like ritualistic eating thing?
Well, primates have done that. Like, look at chimpanzee rituals and stuff. And baboons. Baboons are the most vicious out of all the primates.
I've heard that.
Never knew that.
Heard that.
And chimpanzees are right next to them. But anyway, what happened was you had this family of Bigfoots that were going around and killing people. And you had this special ops team that had to go in and start... they basically were able to separate a female Bigfoot. And they shot her or wounded her, but she got away.
Damn.
But it was enough to basically put the fear of men back into this group of Bigfoots that the killing stopped.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
The other bad area of people that have gone missing that they believe is responsible for a lot of Bigfoots is in Texas, the Lone Star Trail.
Oh, that's fine.
In fact, that's
far away.
that's so bad that they actually closed the Lone Star Trail for hikers. You're not allowed to hike there anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's a famous trail.
mysterious
Yeah, I've heard of
people being missing and shit. It happens all the time.
That's what they call missing 411. People go by. They say if you're going hiking in the woods in remote areas, you don't want to be the last person in line.
That makes sense.
Statistics have shown that the last person in line is the one that disappears.
That makes sense.
It does.
It does. I'll just be in the
Think
middle.
of Bigfoot as the ninja of the forest.
That's true. That's very
For
true.
something that big, if they don't want you to hear them coming, if they don't want you to hear them sneaking up on you, you're not going to hear them.
That's very true. Holy shit. Well, I'm about to piss myself. Scared the shit out of me.
Was that the end of that story, or is there more to it?
Well,
Yeah,
what
we
happened
should
was
wind that one down.
after he showed the footage, he actually had video footage of them in the helicopter showing the Bigfoot running, and showed still photographs and all that, and it looked pretty damn convincing.
Oh, our timer's up.
Oh shit.
Let me stop that.
You
son
stopped
of
the
a
damn timer.
Dumb son of a bitch.
All right, go on with what you're
about
saying.
the damn
You didn't get to see the video.
Yes, I did. Oh no, I seen the
You didn't see
video.
the video.
I seen the video. He opened up a suitcase.
Holy
He had
shit.
hair samples in there. He had the video. Oh yeah, that's why I'm like half like. Up until then, I was like, is this guy I mean, I'm going to use language. You're allowed to use language.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I thought, well, this guy's fucking with me a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so too.
And then I seen the video footage, and I seen the stills, and he had hair samples, and that, he had hair samples for all different types. He had printouts of what separated all 3 types of Bigfoots and all that. He had, like mouth bites and all that shit.
I was so
and he said, he was saying the government has known about these things from day one.
Yeah.
They will cover up. If you would kill a Bigfoot and have proof, the full force of the United States government will come down on you and stop it and cover it up. Remember a couple years ago where these people claimed they had the body of a Bigfoot and they were going to announce it and show it on YouTube or something like that?
That was up around Altoona.
Well, and then anyway, it disappeared. It was delayed a while ago. And then all of a sudden, when it did show up, it was a fake gorilla suit with pig guts. Well,
I didn't hear about that.
I believe what happened was they actually probably did have a Bigfoot body. They said they had government officials there and all that, and then 4 days later the people showed up, and then they had what was obviously a hoax.
Yeah.
I believe they actually did have a body. The government came in, put the fear of the government into them, confiscated what they had, and said, you damn well better you better come out and make this a hoax.
That's right. They pulled a Roswell on them.
I don't know what scares me more, Bigfoot or the government, really.
I know. We have no proof sitting here.
I mean, that part of it's just my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
that's my opinion, because neighbors have even confirmed that government people were there. And after pulling that bullshit hoax, nothing ever happened to them. They were never fined. They were never, nothing ever happened.
It's crazy.
Now, the footage that your friend had in the briefcase, they're right there. As soon as he's like, hey, I got evidence in the briefcase, I would have believed him right there.
I'd be like, you have a briefcase?
I do.
Didn't even need to open it.
I
Now,
do.
that footage, have you ever seen that footage elsewhere?
Never.
Or
Never.
anything similar?
Never.
That's interesting right there.
Anything that was like, hey, that's along the same.
This was a lieutenant colonel too. This wasn't
no private.
Yeah, this wasn't no. Yeah, this wasn't no.
This is no private Ryan we're talking about here.
Wow.
So you've never seen any video footage that was like along the same quality or that made you believe, hey, that's some real shit.
This was government technology here. This was crystal clear.
But
bullshit.
You never saw like a documentary?
Not the video.
No, this information I have never seen on anything.
Yeah.
And that also leads me to believe, well, you know what? Maybe what this guy had was
it could be
100% legit. Because I searched the nets. I've seen Bigfoot documentaries. I've seen, and everything I see on these, like finding Bigfoots, mountain monsters, what he was telling me and the stupid shit I see on TV is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Jeez.
That's information from a man who knew a man who was a high-ranking bitch in the army.
Who had a fucking briefcase.
It had a briefcase.
That played videos.
With hair samples.
Hair samples.
Teeth bites.
Holy shit.
And video footage.
And a plethora of other crazy shit.
That's true.
All right, well, get back
all at
next
29
time.
Palms, California, United States Marine Combat Base.
That's right. You heard it here.
Scary shit. We'll see you next time.
This is what Thirsty D will be back again.
That's right.